In our experience, we are being contacted by physicians who have their own surgery center. They may have already partnered with a national management group and are pretty unhappy and are looking for maybe an alternative to that. So some of the reasons why folks do partner with national management groups are, you can see that on the left, some access to capital, revenue cycle management, and they sort of have their cookie cutter approach, and they say, we can give you a turnkey solution to starting your ASC, and all you have to do is just sort of show up on day one. But the downfall is there's lots of conflicts of interest there, there's lack of flexibility, there's bureaucracy. They often demand equity in your surgery center. We have seen reduced payout to physicians, poor management, and they often impose a fixed management fee, whether they perform or not. You're still paying them their 6% or whatever the negotiated rate is. So what we do is we customize each of our approach to each of our clients. So we sort of that bingo card approach where we would sit down with you and really identify what services do you need from us. We do not take a cookie cutter approach. We only want you to engage with us in the areas that you need help with. So if you have internal capabilities and feel like you can handle lots of things on that bingo card, that's great. We'll just customize our proposal to exactly what you need. So, and this is where Dr. Buckhalter is really going to highlight these next two slides, and that is going from an ASC with a national management group that you're unhappy with, how do you unwind potentially that relationship, and then how do you thrive post, now that you've become 100% independent again and you don't have the support of that national management company, how do you thrive in that environment? And so this is exactly what we did with Green Spring Surgery Center, is that we planned the separation. We worked with the attorneys on how to unwind the ownership piece. There was an operational transition. There was a financial transition. And then what do we do afterwards? Well, now you have a surgery center that's now 100% owned by the physicians, and they need support on keeping that center running at the highest level. So our approach to that is that we go in and we do a comprehensive assessment. What is working? Where are there gaps? Where are there opportunities to improve the center? And we look at that both clinically, financially, and from a regulatory standpoint. And we craft a presentation of findings and recommendations. We create what we call a journey to excellence. So we take all these findings and these recommendations, and we put them into a project plan. And then we get very granular and say, we are going to implement these changes, and here's the resources that we're going to need to do that. We execute that plan, and the end result is that now you have a thriving, not just surviving surgery center that is now 100% physician owned and distributing money to the physician owners like it should. When we do those assessments, some of the things that we see are ineffective governance, poor compliance with standards, inconsistent clinical outcomes, operational inefficiency. Leadership is always a big one, either at the administrator level or at the board level, and then really undisciplined financial management. The bottom line really is that these centers are poorly run and they're not making money when they should.